schools,
those
the board.
community, even if charter schools, those
So what's
tourist also the law
charter school?
at the charter school, Harper, who's before you, that
In
time and 140 million
schools,
bill
schools, profit, schools,
profit
schools,
bill schools
profit,
profit
schools,
dollars,
profit schools
profit
schools.